Hey everyone, today we're ranking the Scream movies. What's your favourite scary movie? Now, I'm a big fan of these movies, I've always have been, and so I thought today why don't we rank the all 6 films, from my least favourite to my favourite. Okay, coming in at number 6 is Scream 2. Scream 2 for me is easily the weakest of the franchise. But I'll say just now, every movie in this list is basically god tier. There's not a single movie I hate. I love all these movies equally. And for me, Scream 2 is just my least favourite. But I'd still give it like a 4 out of 5. Coming in at number 5 is Scream 4. I don't own a copy of this movie because it's really hard to find a copy for it. And for me, Scream 4 has probably some of the best killers. I think Jill she's no Matthew Lillard or Stu, but I think she's the third best behind Billy and Stu. And Scream 4 does a lot of the new elevation things for me, so for me it is my number 4. That's my number 5. Number 4 is Scream 6. What a surprise this movie was for me. This movie would have been my favourite sequel if it wasn't for the last Into the Killer reveals. Basically, when the killer reveals showed up, I was like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Everything else to me on this movie, I really digged. I think the kills are brutal in this movie. I think it's got the brutalest kills. I do enjoy it. I just wasn't a fan of the killers in this movie, for me personally. That's number 4. Number 3, Scream 5, or Scream 2022, whatever you want to call it. I had no reason to doubt this movie was going to be bad. I didn't see it in cinemas, I skipped it out, unfortunately. I watched it one night on TV, and my god, I love this movie. This was one of my favorite films of last year. This is probably the darkest Scream movie. Besides maybe the original, is probably the darkest installment. And I mean that literally. But beyond us, I think this movie is perfect. Sadly, Dewey passed away in the movie. I thought Dewey was the best character of the original series. For me, Scream 5, you are my number 3. Number 2, Scream 3. I know, shocking. People have Scream 3 as the worst of the franchise. For me, Scream 3 is one of the better installments. It's the one I've watched the most. If I had to rank of the movies on this list, of which ones have I watched the most, Scream 3 is easily number 1. I love Scream 3. I watched it actually not too long ago on 4K with my mate. And for me, Scream 3 is a really fun, entertaining movie that I enjoyed. That is my number 2. But number 1, Scream, the original. Come on, the original was always going to be the best. There was no secret about it. This was always going to be the beast of the franchise. Don't think anything else would change. Scream, you are number 1.